Welcome into another CFFL show. We are going to be recapping week 4. We've got records set on the highs. Well, close to record set on the highs, but we definitely got some records set on the lows. We got 1-point games. We got blowouts. We're out of division play. We're co-mingling. It's getting all frisky. Drew, how you doing today?
Doing pretty well. And I know you are. That low scorer, I know you're excited because it wasn't yours.
It was not mine. No, sir, it was not.
We'll cover that soon, I'm sure.
Definitely we will. Yeah, I'll be sponsored today by a new one. You know, you heard about the brown tequila last week. That didn't go so well for me, so I went back to Woodford. I'm trying out a little Old Forester today. Okay. First time. Very enjoyable. Drew, Good. What do you got with you?
Got the Old Mecklenburg Brewing right there, a little local, O&B Copper.
Can't help but notice it's not liquor. Can you give us some context about that?
Yeah, the Twins are supposed to be here Wednesday, but it could be any day. And so I've had to maintain the 2 to 6 beer limit, just in case. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's responsible fatherhood. You know, you're a father of 3 already. This is old hat for you. Nothing new. It's just good work. Way to go. Drew, we're not by ourselves today. So we might ramble. Maybe we won't. Who knows? But we've got a callback, a special guest that is returning. Mr. Players Club, Jason Nelson. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Oh, man, living the dream. Are you sponsored by anybody today?
Well, of course. As I always am, I'm sponsored by Tito's.
Oh, that looks like it's just coming out of the freezer, too.
Yeah, I love the unofficial sponsors we have for the show are just thank you to them. They make this thing go.
Yeah.
And I hey, 2 to 6, I like it. That's your men. Keep it. You know, if I got to get in there and do pedal to the metal, I'm good.
Like Mike said, I already have 3 kids, so I got to drink something. It can't be 0. It's got to be something.
He's already numb inside, so he needs a little spice. Right. We got an exciting show for you today. I think each week this thing gets a little bit better. We were just talking about that before we started recording. This week, not only do we have our special guest with us, but we also have a couple of new features, which we'll jump into here in just a moment. I know that typically what we like to do, Drew, is get us started with a little rundown for the NFL picks and the Eliminator. You want to give us a heads up on that?
Yeah, absolutely. For the picks, the Coyotes absolutely crushing it right now at 13-2. But guess what? They picked the Giants. They couldn't help themselves. They said, I'm going to pick all these games right, but I'm going to pick the Giants, which means the 69ers and the Kirby Kings are both sitting at 12-3, but they both picked Seattle. So it looks like the Coyotes will not be standing alone at the top unless the Giants can maybe – I don't know. I don't know what they need to do. At this point, they should pick 11 fans at a MetLife and be like, hey, guys, you're our new offense.
I think that's what they did at halftime in week 2. I'm looking at Dayball, looking all confused. 49 seconds to go in the first half right here. I think he's pondering doing that again this week.
Yeah,
for those
he should be.
For those of us who might have the over, we're hoping for that strategy.
I don't what idiot would take the over on this, Mike?
I have no idea.
Yeah, me either. Anyway, moving on. Next topic. Tsunami replacements. 11 wins. Myself, the Taints, the Sharks, 10, and then Bandits, Players, Bushwhackers, Players Club, Empire, all 7. That's rounding out the week. The picks for the week. Total standings, real quick. Kirby Kings, man, they're crushing it right now. They have 43 wins. Coyotes,
that's right there.
Yeah, you got Coyotes at 41, Bandits 39, Sharks 39, Bunch at 38. Bushwhackers dragging up the rear at 30. So he's got to get it turned around in a hurry.
Where's my boy, the Players Club at? Where's he at? I missed him.
38.
They're at
38.
38.
I had a horrible week, man. I had a horrible week. This is, I mean, seriously, I'm on a 7 and 8 or something. Like, yeah. I mean, My cat's gonna pick better.
Yeah, I mean,
That
you're a Hall of
happens.
Famer. You know that's not going to get it done. But also, this is 1 week, and we got a
Yeah.
lot of other weeks.
You're only 5 picks back.
Right.
But
that,
we all
that
know.
can be made up in 2
we all
weeks.
know. Yeah, we all know though how hard it is to make up the picks. Though, I mean, 5 possibly, but I mean, it's tough, man. That's not
Honestly, though, you can have 2 to 3 weeks where you pick 1 or 2 better than everybody. And then if everybody in front of you drops 2 picks to you, you're in the lead by 2 or 3 in 3-4 weeks. You know what I mean?
Back.
It's just,
Right.
you never know. That's what's crazy about the NFL is you never know. And I don't feel like we've had that week yet where the best team picked like 8 right. Once we get into bye weeks and stuff like that, I feel like there's always that week where the best person picking gets like 8 right. Everybody just suck that week. Like everything goes sideways in a week.
Haven't
And
had
if you end up having a decent week there, heck, you might be leading after that one.
I tell you what, just on a quick aside, Old Forester storming up my leaderboard here. Woodford Reserve is going to have a run for its money. This is good stuff.
Wait, do we have a new sponsor? It sounds like.
No, I know. We just might. What about the Eliminator? What do we got there?
Eliminator. So we have some teams picked Philly. Dallas was picked. Kansas City was picked. So Kirby Kings with Dallas. The Bushwhackers picked Kansas City, which Kansas City, not really a ballsy pick playing the Jets. That ended up just being a really close game. Zach Wilson remembered how to play football. That was pretty cool. We had the Chargers. 69ers took Chargers. And, San Fran, Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore. Empire picked Baltimore. They were a 1.5 underdog to Cleveland.
Another
that's got to be the ballsy pick of the week. But that was, I don't know when this was picked. If that was picked with Deshaun Watson presumed to be playing, that is a ballsy pick. But if it was after, then that's kind of makes sense.
So what? We've got a couple with one loss, right? And then
Empire and Tsunami are kind of blade running there. Both have one loss. The Bandits are out. The Coyotes out. Taints are out.
So everybody
else is live. Yeah, everybody else is good.
Rock and roll. I wanted to mention I have not updated the wins pool on air live, and I'm not prepared to do so right now. I just realized, in fact, that I haven't done that yet. So next week, stand by. NFL wins pool update to follow. It's looking like a tight group so far, but don't have finalized numbers for the week, so we'll get to that. Anything else on the picks or eliminator before we jump forward, gents?
No, looking pretty good, pretty standard.
The only thing I have is that I literally was going to pick the Browns in the eliminator, and I had them picked, and then Deshaun Watson's not playing. I'm like, oh, Maritek called the bullpen, pulled up Philly, and was just like, I got to do it.
I'll tell you, I know you're a Packers fan. I've a Brown
twice against them in the NFL picks already.
Okay.
I've taken the last 2 weeks against them.
I hate to
do it, but
I'm a Browns fan, so I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Never pick the Browns under any circumstance ever. Ever.
The eliminator pick is too valuable to trust it on the Browns. That's what you're saying?
If you have a chance, I've been in the league since 2011. I think I've taken the Browns the first few years we were in it. I think the Browns cost me the a pick in the eliminator every year for years.
Are you
and
saying
then I came up with my new way of doing things. Just don't pick the Browns ever.
You're the Tom Kearns of the eliminator pool. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, no, I used to be. Now I'm the never take the Browns ever.
Got it. While we're talking about the Browns, Jason, do you have an opinion of one gentleman who is from Cleveland? He's from Cleveland Heights, Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. Currently plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Drew asked me a question about this man last week. He's got a famous lady, I guess, coming to some of his football games, Taylor Swift. Have you heard of her? And what are your thoughts about Taylor Swift and the coverage for these games.
It's ridiculous. It's just stupid. I mean, are you serious? Like, I mean, come on. It's a spectacle. I mean, yeah.
I heard something interesting.
What'd you hear?
I think it's FanDuel is doing Travis Kelce's his salary for the site is $87.89, I guess. But normally they do like 8,700. Everything's a 100, right? They're doing it 87.89 for Taylor Swift.
Because she was born in '89.
Yeah. And I guess that now every time somebody puts that up, they have to like they can subtitle or whatever, not DraftKings, but FanDuel. So then it's like clickbait. It's such trash.
It is.
It's like this. That's what this is turning into.
Well, on the topic, I issued a
Well,
statement.
I mean, if we're going to talk about it real quick, how long do you think this spectacle is going to last?
I think until her movie comes out, and then it's over. That's what I think. So maybe
I didn't
another
even know
week.
she having a movie come out, so you know more than I do.
Yeah, well, I spoke on it last week. I'm in a house full of women, well, girls and a woman. I work with a bunch of women. This is part of my life, whether I want it to be or not, or so I thought. So I had information. I issued a statement last week where I said, this is a thing. This is what we're all about. And maybe for Clara, my daughter, still into it. I want to welcome our first guest to the show this evening. We're going to have a couple more guests coming on. Please welcome best dentist in east or west of the Mississippi, Dr. Monica Monfredi. What are your thoughts on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce?
Always. And I'm starting not to like her.
Why do you not like her anymore?
Because she needs to focus on her music.
You've seen her too much on Sundays?
Yes.
Do you think that Sunday is reserved for football?
And I don't think she knows anything about football. She's going to these games. Why?
Good question. Okay. Anything else before we sign on?
I want to like her. Like, I want to like her because I like her music, but she's making it hard.
You sound like most 40-year-old dads in the United States of America. Thanks for your opinions. All right, Monica, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. She's a busy lady, and taking time out of her day to come on the show. Guys, I think we appreciate that, right? Drew,
Absolutely. Yeah. No,
Drew,
I definitely
what do
I
you think
appreciate
about
her taking time out of her day to bash Taylor. Because that I don't know how other people feel because I don't really care. I don't talk about it that much, but
how can she say even like her? She wants to like her because she likes her music. I don't even know any one of her songs.
Well, my wife kind of grew up with Taylor Swift, so she's been a part of her life since she was like in middle school, I think. So it's just been a part of life. I used to get Monica the new Taylor Swift album when it would come out, and you used to be able to buy albums. You can't do that anymore.
Did you rob the cradle or something, boss?
Hey man, we were married when she was 23 when we got married, so we've been together a little while. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, she was younger, but Taylor's been putting out music. Anyhow, the people aren't here for Taylor Swift.
No,
they don't
Let's
care.
move on. Next.
Let's move on. I want to get to the recaps. Guys, we got games to talk about.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. So first off, let's start with the replacements who received my "Oh shit, life comes at you fast" award. And I think there's more to come on that here in a moment. Coming in at 3-1 to the week, or excuse me, at 2-1 to the week, facing off against the 3-0 Golden Saints. Replacements put it on him, man. 79-68. Jason, tell me what you saw in the replacements team that led him to this victory.
Christian McCaffrey. I mean, is there anything else to say?
Good word, CMC.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't.
I mean, I don't know if you're aware. That's a great and accurate answer, but like this is a podcast, we have to say like a couple more things about it. So
I mean, well, where did Justin Field come from? I mean, yes, I drafted him, or I didn't say I drafted him. I picked him up on the waiver wire. Yes, I rode him to the Super Bowl last year. Sorry, Drew, but I mean, the guy's been garbage all year, and then all of a sudden, I mean, he did play Denver, puts up 17 points, 4 touchdowns, and an interception, a fumble, and
loses.
and loses the game. Yeah, but still 17 points. Mark Andrews. I mean, it just says that he played the Browns. So, I mean, and
Yeah.
then, I mean, the Golden Tates. I mean, to be honest, still, I mean, you got a 16, 16, 13, and you lose. I mean, you put up 68 points. I mean, that's tough. I mean,
I will say part of that 68 is Cole Kmet catching 2 touchdowns.
oh, for sure.
That's silly. That's not going to happen. He does have a couple 2 touchdown games in his career, I believe, but I mean his points were 2, 1, 1, 16. So yeah, you know,
saying outlier?
when things go right, things go right. Unfortunately for the Taints, CMC was on the other side, and he was not going to let our Life Comes at You Fast recipient last week go down this week.
No, he was definitely not. And you know what? Our Life Comes at You Fast recipient last week also did it with Devon Achane, just chilling, sitting on his bench again after you called him out about it last week. 17 points this time. As a gentleman who owns Raheem Mostert, who got 0 points this week, it seemed like this Devon Achane character is in the end zone maybe like 12 times over the last 2 weeks, and he can't get a spot in the starting lineup. I mean, what does this guy have to do, Drew?
I was going to wait to bring that up, but now that we brought it, now that the cat's out of the bag, we definitely goaded him into not playing Achane this week, and he didn't, and he crushed 8 carries, 101 and 2. I mean, that 8 carries. He got 17 points on 11 touches. That's insane. And then what was funny about that was you felt completely comfortable playing Raheem Mostert.
Very
And
solid, I felt.
He put up 0 times 0 for you. So
let's not get ahead of ourselves or dwell on a game that we don't need to discuss too much. Let's stick it with what we got. Okay.
Either way, that's kind of funny. We definitely baited him into benching him. We tried to help the Taints out, but didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Scoring 68 points and taking the L, like Jason said, that is a tough beat. But as a gentleman who shares a division with the Golden Taints, seeing the Golden Taints come out of that division at 3-0, yeah, feels kind of good to see him get that L. Speaking of reactions about this game, hold on, my phone is ringing here. I got somebody else that's calling and wants to weigh in. Go ahead, Mr. Replacements Coach Logan Scheffler.
Hey guys, thanks for taking my call. Long time listener, first time caller. This is the owner of the Replacements. I heard that I got the oh shit Life Comes at You Fast last week, and was just wondering if anybody knew the results of this week's games. I know that I was supposed to play the Golden Taints, and I know that you put up 68 points, not quite the 69 club, but also not quite sure that.
Oh, stand by. Hold on. We got a little technical difficulty. Bear with.
Get him back on the line, Mike.
Yeah, hold on. Logan, are you still there? Hold on.
Just wondering if there's any other awards that maybe the Replacements should get this week instead. Thanks for taking my call again. I look forward to your analysis, and I just want to let you know that much like Shane Falco, the Replacements are here to stay. Buckle up, everybody. Thank you.
Damn. I mean, I don't know what it is with our guests this week, but they're just delivering takes and then they're out. They don't even give us a chance to respond.
He was breaking up there at the end. I didn't hear any of that, so I'm going to go ahead and not respond to that.
Yeah, in response to his statement there, are there any other awards that we want to give out? Yeah, I'm going to raise my hand. I'll go ahead and capitulate and go ahead and give my award of Coach of the Week to the Replacements, who took a big FU right in the face and turned around, slapped it right back at me and was like, all right, what now? Congratulations, you're my Coach of the Week. Anybody else want to fire a bullet in this game?
Golf clap. He came back in a big way, that's for sure. No. He came back. He came back. That was good.
Jason, I know I know you've been in with us, but with the whole firing of the bullets, we got coach of the week, and then oh shit, life comes at you fast. Are you using either one of those bullets in this game?
No.
Negative. We're gonna hold what you got. I'm telling you what, guys, we're moving to a doozy. We are moving to a doozy. Entering Monday night, this was a score line of 12-14. Luckily for one of them, the 69ers, who are going to move to 4-0. He still had 4 guys left to play. My goodness. Unluckily for the Big Daddy's Bandits, who are going to move to 1-3. He didn't have anybody left. But luckily for me, I don't have the record anymore. Drew, tell the people what that means.
That means that you held the suckiest week award with 15 points. You
for a long time
put up 5 points in a single week, and that was the crappiest, most disgusting performance we had ever seen in the CFFL.
20 years. And
today, or yesterday, actually, last night, we could call this race. Big Daddy Bandits, Tom Kearns, congratulations. You suck. 1-4-14. Oh, that's a killer. And I know Mike was so happy to get that monkey off his back.
I mean, I took the L this week. We'll get to that later, but I'm still happy. Jason, do you want to congratulate me?
Yeah, congratulations. But you know what I want to say?
What?
Pick number 2, baby. 4 points.
Nobody remembers number 2, Jason. Nobody.
Number 2, baby. 4 points.
We remember,
Tucker, baby.
We remember the second pick. The second pick.
Oh,
Justin Tucker.
We can now, the irony of that is he has Harrison Butker on the bench who put up 11.
He hasn't even played him. And I think Harrison has outscored him every single week.
Oh, man.
I think.
He can't bring himself to bench his second round pick, which is a kicker.
Harrison's went 8-5, 11-11.
And Tucker
has went 9-5, 6-4.
He's getting worse as the season progresses.
That's a great second pick, man. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, Tommy, we're sorry, buddy, but thank you. I appreciate you. I'm looking at his team right now, and I do think this, and I'm not just trying to reverse course, but I think brighter days are ahead. I think Cincinnati's eventually going to pull their head out of their ass. He's got Burrow and Jamar Chase. I don't know if you heard the recording, guys, but apparently Jamar Chase is always open, always blanking open. We're going to start calling him 7-11. I think he was expressing frustrations about not getting enough touches, even though he did have 7 receptions. He does have the juggernaut in Justin Tucker sitting there underperforming right now. So, I'm sure that'll work. And then Kamara is back. I don't know if I said that already or not. He's also got Deebo Samuel. So, are we worried about the 77 club? No, I don't think so. We're not really. But can he get some more wins? Yeah, I think so.
He can get there with that lineup. Bye weeks are going to kill him. The bench is rough. The bench is rough. But any week you never know, and he can get there. He can get to 77 with that roster, just not this week.
He may get to 77 total points for the season.
Ouch! That was hurtful.
At this rate, he'll have it by week 10. Don't worry.
13 total points on the bench. If you take away Harrison Butker, he's got 2. So, yeah, not looking too great on the bench. Jason, what did we see in the 69ers just blowout win this week?
To be honest, there's not really much to say. He played the Bandits. His draft was doomed from the beginning, it's just a solid week. There's no standout people really. You got Metcalf right now. It's 3 for 34 and a touchdown. You got Walker that's 10 for 24, which is not spectacular at all, but he's got a touchdown. Geno Smith, I think, is out of the game as far as I know.
It just came back.
Did he?
Yep.
Okay.
The over is alive, Drew. The over's alive.
Yeah, right.
So, you got Geno with 67 and a touchdown. There's nothing real spectacular, but, you need to have people put up touchdowns, at least a touchdown a week from each of your players, and you have a good chance of winning, and that's what he's doing right now. And it's going to carry himself to the only undefeated team in the league right now.
Jason, is it just me, or does it seem like the scores are higher this year so far compared to what we've seen in the past?
Oh, for sure. For sure. You don't see. I mean, I don't ever remember a game of 79-68, or even. I only put up 54, but I mean, yeah, everyone's putting up more points for sure.
Yeah.
I think
Or
people
less.
are. Well,
in Tom's position here.
Not
I
everyone.
mean, I don't know if
Yeah.
people are afraid to tackle someone now and afraid of getting in trouble. I mean, I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know.
Seems like we're scoring more points, but yet the offenses look more like rigid and clunky and not smooth yet. So I don't know. It's an awkward kind of season. Drew, are the 69ers looking like they've got more in reserves? You know, we got bye weeks starting next week. Are they going to take a big hit? What do you think for bye weeks for these guys?
Interesting strategy here. He has Nick Chubb on his bench.
Still holding out hope. All right.
You know what I mean? Down for the season, apparently, for the 69ers. Not
Allegedly.
phasing them.
Allegedly.
Not phasing them.
Like
he's gonna hang on to that one. But yeah, on the bench, not awful. Lots of tight ends. Ertz, Henry, Goddard,
You know I like that.
and Hawkinson. Yeah, that's. And combined, they put up, 4 or 5, 6 points.
Mhm.
4 tight ends, 6 points. You're hanging on to too many tight ends. My suggestion would be to drop like 3 of those guys and find somebody that might actually put up some points in a week. Tight ends are disgusting. I don't know if anybody's noticed that. I keep hearing people, "Oh, my tight end stinks." Join the rest of the league. Everybody's tight end sucks. There's only 1 or 2 a week that put up more than, in this league, 2 points. Everybody's tight end sucks. They need to like do away with the position or something. I don't know what the answer is, but it's gross.
I don't know if you saw me in the 2022 Ross Turkey Bowl, but as a tight end, I did take home the MVP. So I don't want to say like just tight ends blanket statement are terrible. Like tight ends are very valuable if you use them the right way, but apparently the NFL doesn't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, when you come out in a lot of 12 personnel, it's just it's hard for fantasy. Tight ends are very useful for real football teams. Tight ends for our little digital fantasy or little digital football teams, not as useful. So
okay. I appreciate that clarification.
Yeah, no. Specifically in fantasy standards, tight ends it's awful.
Got it. Boys, I'm fixing, as they say in the South, to move forward. Are we firing any bullets at this game?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Tom, when you take a kicker in the second round, oh shit, life is going to come at you fast, brother.
I think he's got another record. The first one to multiple oh shit, life comes at you fast awards.
There we go.
Jason, are you throwing that out there for him as well?
100%.
Okay.
100%. I mean, yeah, I can't. I mean, he again. I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't think I ever forget this draft. Kicker in the second round. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, some people might say, like, guys, we get it. All right. Can you get some new material? He drafted a kicker in the second round.
No.
To that we say, nah.
Not till next year.
I think we're good with this for a while.
Not till after the draft next year. And if he drafts a kicker in the third round next year, we'll still make fun of him. So
he better not take a kicker till the last round, which
hopefully
next year is the 15th.
I'm pretty sure if we're all still doing this in 2030, we're going to be like, you remember the year Tom drafted a kicker in the second round?
It'll be discussed like we discussed Jimmy Missick putting a toothpick through his lip at one of the drafts 10 years ago. You know, there's just some things that you don't forget.
That's right.
But I'll have you guys know, I got my bullet for oh shit, life comes at you fast. It's still in the chamber. I'm not firing it. I'm moving forward. Here we go.
Man.
In what turned out to be the game of the week, it was the battle for 0-4. All right, you got both the Bushwhackers and the Empire coming in at 0-3. And you heard what I said last week. Jason, if you didn't hear what I said last week, there was a good story. You should check it out and give it a listen. But basically, Dan, the Empire, said that, hey, I don't know what you're talking about. I know this team isn't doing so great. I didn't draft it. That was Kara. So he threw her under the bus. I told a good story about that. But fear not. Okay, the Empire are moving to 1-3. They are not dead. The Bushwhackers, on the other hand, 38-39, are taking the L, moving to 0-4. It's getting dark early for the Bushwhackers. Drew, start us off. What'd you see here?
Yeah. First of all, for Kurt, I was 0-4 last year, went to a Super Bowl. It is possible.
It's not pitch black, but it's definitely dawn.
It's ugly, but it can happen. And then for the Empire, Kara, she got thrown under the bus, and then Stephon Diggs said, "I am here. Call on me, and I will break my back to score you 3 touchdowns this week, and beat the Bushwhackers by 1 point." And he did so.
What chapter of the Bible is that quote from? That's good. I like that.
Yeah, that's Drew 420, I believe it is. Anyway, you look at the decision to not play Mac Jones and instead play Kenny Pickett. That could have cost you right there. You'd been in a tie. Kenny Pickett put up 1 point, and that's all she needed. 1 point.
I told you. I told you that she'd figure it out, man, and she is getting it.
Or you could have played Bryce Young and you'd have had 42 points or 41 points. I mean, we could have gone crazy here and broke 40. But instead, the Kenny Pickett play, it's still going to be rough for the Empire. But I think she got to shut us up this week.
Mm-hmm. And I'm proud of her. Jason, what else you got?
Honestly, there's not much to say. I mean, to be honest, Drew sat there and commentated the whole thing. I mean, it's like a play-by-play spectacle that he just did. But yeah, if it wasn't for Stephon Diggs, we would have an all-time low for sure.
So I'm looking at the bench for the Bushwhacker, and I'm seeing signs of life, guys. We got Gabe Davis.
But hold on.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Time out. Gabe Davis. Okay. Week 1, 2 for 32, 1 point. Since week 1, 6 and 92 and a touchdown, 1 catch, 35 and a touchdown, 3 catches, 61 and a touchdown. I'm starting to see a pattern here, Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
Bro's catching touchdowns. He doesn't get volume. This isn't PPR. You need touchdowns. He's scored 2 weeks in a row, but yet he's on your bench.
Let's make it 3.
Now, when you have DeAndre Swift, Zach Moss, the way he's been playing, and Dijon past the Great Poupon Robinson, that makes it hard. I get it. But Amari Cooper, game time decision, you knew that Deshaun was not going to play. You should have really quick been, Gabe Davis, plug him in. He got you the touchdown, would have got you the win. Instead, you were playing patty cake at 11:30 when the injury reports came out Sunday, and Amari Cooper got you nothing.
I think the Whackers are going to have to really look at the waiver wire, because in a move that is probably going to very much excite our friend Jason here with the Players Club, it looks like Jason Taylor's coming back next week, or at least early.
No, not Jason Taylor, Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, either one. I gave him your first name because he's on your team.
Hall of Famer, Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, you'll take either.
Yeah,
linebacker, whatever.
Right, Lawrence Taylor, for all we care, but he's coming back, which means Zach Moss probably going to be moved to the bench. So, in a roundabout sort of way, Gabe Davis now has a spot on the lineup, so we're good.
He should, and also you have Cooper Kupp coming back.
Ooh.
I don't know when, but supposedly in a few weeks he'll be back.
Hypothetically, yeah. That's interesting.
He is returning to practice this week.
There you go.
Yeah, he's returning to practice.
I haven't heard anything about him. I don't know if he's running. I don't know.
I haven't heard. All I know is that they said he was returning to practice. I don't know. That means he's just standing on the sidelines and catching passes, or if he's actually running. But
limited participant, riding a bike, doing all that stuff, and then I think week 5 or 6 he's supposed to be playing. So I don't know if it'll be this week. Might be the following.
As a Puka Nacua truther, he could go ahead and just take his time. We don't need him back soon.
He can pull that hammy on that bike, and you'd be okay with that.
We could re-aggravate. We could hold out. There's a few different things that we could do here that would be good.
Dude, call up his agent. Be like, hey, man, I don't think you're making enough money. Injuries are happening. You need more money.
This dude won the Triple Crown like 2 years ago.
He's going to come back in the next 3 weeks. They're at home the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
They got Philly, Arizona, Pittsburgh.
Who invited this Jason character on this podcast? What are we doing here? Anyhow, moving forward. we've got.
Are you shooting one here?
Oh, I'm sorry. Whoa. Hold up. My bad.
You
I
still have bullets in the chamber. I mean, I feel inclined to give the Empire the team of the week right there.
Whoa.
Yeah, I feel inclined.
All right.
I was gonna hold out, but I can't do it. I'm gonna yeah, Empire gets it. Team of the week.
All right. I mean, I apologize. I did not mean to step on that for you, sir.
That first win, that's big. I like it.
Kara. And I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly or not. If I'm not, I invite you to come on. You could be one of our special guests, or just leave a voice memo. Either way, correct me if I'm wrong.
We could have you call into the show.
Yeah. Congratulations, team of the week, Jason. You gonna follow that up?
Nope, I got nothing that one. I still got it in my chamber. Gotta keep it in my back pocket.
All right. Congrats, Kara. Let's move forward. Jason, I know you're interested in this one, buddy. We got the Players Club, who came in at 2-1 against the Tsunami, who came in at 1-2. We're adding a 3 to both of their totals. One for the Players Club is 3-1, and then the other for the Tsunami is 1-3. So, good for one, not so great for the other. That just tends to be how sports works. We've got some more to come on this game, but Jason, tell us first how you're feeling, what went into your lineup decisions, and just kind of what's going on, man.
To be honest, it started Thursday. Kind of trying to figure out if I was going to play Watson or not. His debut, I'm a huge Packers fan. Like I said earlier, I've taken against them twice in NFL picks, but I pulled him in. 2 for 25 and a touchdown. Like you said, this league's about touchdowns. It's not about if you don't get a touchdown by your players, you're not doing good. I was riding the Adam Thielen train. I still am. He was getting production. Kind of fell off this week. But Josh Jacobs picked it up this week where he's kind of falling apart. And Hubert, he's just still number one. I mean, he's the number one quarterback, and he's playing like he is. Once old JT gets back, if he's not traded and he's going to play, or even if he does get traded, and if Josh Jacobs keeps playing, then Austin Eckler. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. It's out there for me.
So many options. So many options available. And you're sitting at 3-1 with all those dudes on the bench not playing yet. Not looking forward to playing you. I'll be honest with you there. Drew, there's a flip side to that coin, though. When there's a winner, there's a loser. There's a yin, there's a yang. Give us the yang. What'd you see on the Tsunami's team? Who came close but didn't?
You got to start right with the quarterback play. And Patty Mahomes, man, what was that? That was very uncharacteristic. I don't know if you watched the game, but 2 picks, which is weird. And both interceptions were – well, actually, he should have had 3, but there was a craptastic pass interference call, which actually might have gave the Jets the win. Or a defensive holding call. But, I mean, he should have had 3 INTs in that game. And he did not look good at all throwing that football. And I think 1 or 2 of those INTs were aimed at Kelsey. So it wasn't like it was his receiver. It wasn't week 1 where Kadarius Toney is just letting the ball go through his hands 3 times and ended up in the defense. This was ugly, underthrown, thrown off the back foot. Throw like Aaron Rodgers. You remember Aaron Rodgers does the little flip and it goes like 45 yards in a spiral straight down the field. That's what Mahomes tried to do, except it came up like 10 yards short and right to a defender. So he's got to get that quarterback play under control, because that's awful. Now he does have CJ Stroud on the bench, who has been amazing so far through 4 weeks, and then Trevor Lawrence, who they keep thinking he's going to start picking it up and playing better. So he has options there. It's just hard to bench Mahomes when you know what he can do. But right now this season, man, that's ugly. That's really ugly. And then, I mean, he still has a good team. We got Travis Etienne. We got Tyreek Hill. I don't understand the Ezekiel Elliott play. I feel like, Terry Mackey on the bench, that would have been a good play. Obviously, he had a good game. Even Kendrick Bourne was in a good position to play well this week, and just didn't. Denver or Dallas's defense is tough, so he's got some options there. It's not a lost season at 1-3. It's a rough start.
It is a rough start. And, there's some breaking news that I have for you as well. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the Europe trip has begun. He went this week. And,
Okay.
I think some haters might say, hey, is there some truth to the European curse with the Tsunami team? Normally, strong start. He touted his divisional record in the past, of years past. He came out of Division 1 and 2 this time. So I called him up and I asked him about it. And he was set to be our third guest, but due to some technical difficulties, I no longer have this recording and I can't find it anywhere. I mean this live phone call is what I mean. But let me.
We dropped the call. We were working vigorously to get him back on the line, but don't count on it.
And seeing as how they're 5 hours ahead of us, it's going to be like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wake his ass up.
Yeah,
This is important.
I don't.
Dude, yeah.
I don't think we're going to reconnect this line.
Dad, can you resend me your live phone call?
Yeah. Let me read the transcript for you. Pops, what do you say to the haters who say that the European curse is real? Well, reading from the transcript now, and I quote, well, there might be, I've heard some rumors about there potentially being some truth about the European curse. I did leave on Wednesday this week. But there's one thing in this league that I've never won. And let me tell you, 2023 Tsunami Toilet Bowl champions out.
Well, I just looking at the schedule real quick here. He does have the Empire next week. So if you're gonna start winning, if you're gonna start working at that just under 500 record to just squeeze you right into the top seat of the toilet bowl, next week's a good week to start.
I know, but Kara, you're coach of the week. I mean, how can you say that? You know what I mean? That's
this week. That's this week. Next week's a new week.
That's right. All right, fair enough. I'm looking. Obviously, Patty Mahomes has not had the start of the year that I think Chiefs fans have wanted him to have. However, they are winning games. I don't know. The Zeke and Travis Etienne thing is just not working. Like, that's not good. But Tyreek Hill can blow up for 40 points any given week. Chris Godwin's got a quarterback throwing to him who actually seems like he knows what he's doing. Drew earmuffs for me.
He doesn't. Don't worry. He'll blow it.
Seems like he knows what's going on. CJ Stroud on the bench, who's been winning games and throwing tuds. He's not going to – we know that he's not going to pick anybody up off the waiver wire successfully or anybody that's going to matter because we just entered the 4-week period where it's a dead zone for him. But I think the guys that he has on this roster can eke out some wins. So let's see.
I think so too.
Let's see what happens. But guys, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I don't have him until week 11. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, he'll be back. And
I don't care where he is. I'm going to win. I'm just saying I don't get to enjoy that on here with you guys and for another 7 weeks, man.
I know. Yeah, patience. Delayed gratification is a thing. I'm going to fire my oh shit, life comes at you quick bullet right at the Tsunami.
Oh, right into the wave.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a big ass wave, and the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And man, fell hard this week. Anybody else firing a bullet?
Chamber's empty.
Yeah,
Nope, I got one, but
hands up, don't shoot.
All I gotta say is that, hey, like I said before, Rainey's been one hell of a competitor in this league, and to get the win over him and for him to only put up 17 points, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Congrats on the win, sir.
The club was getting my runner up.
Yeah, I get my
runner up.
Okay. Well, like we said earlier, nobody remembers number 2.
I like the Christian Watson play, but you still had Jacoby Myers out there. And
that's the one that
it's out of necessity. Player. It's out of necessity. I do know that. But you need Eckler and Taylor. Oh, Eckler and Taylor back. Oh, that might be beautiful. We'll see.
Yeah, you're not going to see Thielen or Myers in that lineup.
Yeah, that's where it gets scary. You know what I mean? That's where you could almost add 15 to 25 points to that number there. You know what I mean?
Drew,
So-
we never want to root for injuries, but we can pray and wish for a couple of injuries to try and sideline this team because it's looking dangerous. Like let's be honest.
I can wish for anybody's leg to fall off. I think I can. I think I can, right?
I think you of all people are allowed to do that.
I'm
Yes,
allowed
sir.
to do that. Okay. No,
Yeah,
not
100%.
Maybe we'll have the we hope their leg falls off segment next week. But
Dude, that is genius.
what do you think? Should we do
Yeah.
that?
What do you do? You put it up on the table or something at that
I
point
can.
when you pull it out?
Yeah,
Or
I
you just
can.
say,
Yeah.
hey, this is.
I could say that.
let-
Hey, the leg comes at you fast. No, oh shit, here it is.
It was there and now it's gone.
Yeah, it was there and now it's gone. And we'll highlight an NFL player that where we jokingly. I don't want to lose. Sorry, Old Mecklenburg Brewing Company, our sponsor. I don't want to upset the sponsors.
No.
We jokingly hope somebody's legs falls off maliciously.
Yeah, hypothetically speaking, of course.
Hypothetically, maliciously. Yes.
That's right. Perfect. Guys, we've got 2 games remaining. The Coyotes coming into the week at 1-2 against the royalty of the Kirby Kings, also 1-2 on the week. This game is not yet settled, but it is settled. With 100% probability for victory, we've got Angelo Pizzurro and the Fighting Brothers over there commanding the Coyotes to a win, getting back to 500. We're 2-2, currently at 39-35. Jason, do you think that Derrick Henry is finally back?
No.
Okay.
No. I think you
So
should
yes
start.
or no?
No, it's a no.
No. Okay.
It's a no.
Is that I think 4 no's equals a yes, Drew.
I mean, it could, but I mean, okay, yeah, 22, 122 and a touchdown, but I mean, I don't see it. I don't see him withstanding that. I mean, he's starting to get old. He's taken punishment over the years, and it's just, I don't see it consistently happening like it was.
Okay.
I mean, that's where I'm at on that.
Drew, do you think Brock has a pretty good chance of leading the team to some more victories coming forward? See what I did there?
I do, and it's hard to say no because he kind of keeps getting better. Each week, you think the reality check will set in, and it doesn't. But now here's the thing. So they played Pittsburgh. Week 1, Pittsburgh looked awful. The Rams in week 2, defense, Aaron Donald, really, outside of that, they're not real scary. The Giants, and then Arizona, yeah. Now they have Dallas. Week 5's Dallas. So now you get interested. Then Cleveland, who, if Deshaun Watson can come back and play, I think that'll help their defense. They kind of took a week off this week because they already knew they didn't have much of a fighting chance. So you got Dallas, Cleveland, Minnesota sucks. Cincinnati sucks. They're on bye. Jacksonville, Tampa Bay. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it kind of comes down to the defenses they're going to see. And the next 2 weeks will kind of tell the story where they're at. So I think we'll find out. Although I do have to say, looking at the rest of their schedule, nothing looks scary. They have Philly week 13. But then they play Seattle and Arizona again, Baltimore week 16, so yeah, he's played really good. I mean, you can't, and we'll see what he does again. I'm interested. I think that's going to be an awesome game this week.
I think the Coyotes, like I said a couple of weeks ago, they got a shot to win some more games. This is a team that I think can be competitive. You've got, King Henry, until he's fallen off of the throne, he's still
King Henry, and then Aaron Jones. This is first week back. He only did 518.
Right.
If he gets back in the groove and they get that team moving again, Aaron Jones can put up some massive amounts of touchdowns. And then Skinny Batman didn't get in the end zone this week, only 7-78. So Smith's good for a ton more touchdowns this year. I think it's the first week he hasn't scored, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, he's been
two. The first 2 he did, the last 2 he hasn't.
Yeah, but we're not fact checked, or you can say whatever you want, man.
Yeah, well, all I got to do is click on him here, and
Okay.
you pull it up and you see it.
Fair
So yeah, he put up 7-78, still 3 points. So not awful. But and then Kyle Pitts, man, I think you just got to drop him at this point.
Yeah, he picked him up on Thursday, I think, right before the game started, and he got what he deserved right there.
Yeah. No, you had Higbee on the bench with 3 points. In all formats, in all leagues, unless your objective is to suck at fake football, drop Kyle Pitts. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, he was who we thought he was, and yet he put him in the lineup.
That's right.
Jason, dude, we had Kirby on the hook last week. He was going to come on, be our special guest. Again, he's running Toys R Us worldwide, so he's a very important guy. He had something come up at work. Had to
those are all excuses.
Last minute. I know. I mean, it's secondary to this job, of course, but he got 35 points, dude, and 24 of them came from Josh Allen. Is he on suicide watch, Jason? What do we need to do for Bob here?
Yeah, call. I don't want to say call 911, but we definitely need to put sheriff's department outside his house to make sure that he, just to do a civil check on him, make sure that he's okay, make sure he gets up for work tomorrow, and 24 by one person, and then you have 2 zeros. And it sounds like Pat from the Pittsburgh. He's down and out. He's going to be out for a while. It looks like. So, it's not looking good for him at all.
Yeah, but he's got Barkley coming back. Damian Pierce. You'd figure with CJ playing so well, they'll get that run game going. Roshan Johnson, Chicago.
Are you seriously
he could be
saying
starter
something about
soon.
Saquon? He plays for the Giants, dude.
Yeah, I know he does, but he's still a good running back.
We got 11 players out of MetLife or whatever up here, being the offensive lineman.
Well, yeah, especially with Barkley out. God, they need all the help they can get.
Maybe Barkley can be one of the 11 players they pull out of the crowd.
Yeah, they could. He's at the game. I mean,
I saw him on the sideline. I think they may have put a mask on him and just put him underneath Matt Brady's
they
uniform.
should just amputate his leg and have him hop around.
He'd be the first award winner.
You know what I mean? And
Daniel
he'd still
Jones,
be better than what they have.
Daniel
Pick
Jones,
six.
96-yard pick six. Drew, the over is alive. The over is alive.
I knew it would be. No, this is breaking. This is breaking news, man.
Yeah, 103 remaining in the third quarter. We're not dead, but
20-3 now. Yeah,
I like it.
Well, yeah.
My boy Daniel Jones is a points generator. Drew, I'm so glad we made that trade. I can't remember who's got bullets left in the chamber. I'm Winchester. Is anybody firing anything right now?
No.
Okay. Well, there's one game remaining. I think I know.
I've been waiting all night to get to this game, Mike.
Drew, I don't want to say anything more. I mean, you want to just call it a night here?
No, I'm good. I'll cover this one. I got hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You take it away.
Hours. All right. Yeah. No, Jason, why don't you kick us off, man? The Land Sharks 2-1, Bucknuts 2-1. What happened, man?
What happened is you just showed up and stomped a mud hole in his ass. That's what happened.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Yeah, I did.
It just walked it dry. I mean, yeah. Where do you start? Top to bottom. I mean, you had top performers. I mean, 20, 18, 12, 12. I mean, okay. I don't know. Maybe you got some little Swifty Diffie issue there with Mr. Kelsey. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you need to tell her to stay home.
His girlfriend was there. He got nervous.
Yeah, maybe if she didn't show up, maybe you would have got another 7 points out of him and got you 77. But you know what? You got the little Swifty Diffie up there in the little show box. And
interesting fact is if we break this down, Mike got a little cute here and decided Lamar Jackson was not a good play, and that Daniel Jones was. That would have been 61 points, I believe it is. Yeah, 61 points. And then we kind of went back and forth this week, like on should I play this guy? Should you play this guy? And he told me, quote, "I'm trying to find a way to get Monty into my lineup." And I said, "Yeah, I have an issue too because I have Jordan Love and I have Anthony Richardson, and Richardson has not yet cleared concussion protocol, even though he's practicing, and Jordan Love played on Thursday. So what's really funny about this is if he plays David Montgomery, he beats me. And what's also interesting is if I play Anthony Richardson, I get 77. So we both sucked. We both made the wrong call.
Well, you can't make that decision. You had to make the decision of what you were doing.
I did.
You had to take Jordan Love because you didn't know that Richardson was going to play. And then if you don't play Jordan Love and Richardson doesn't play, then you're guaranteed to lose for sure because now you don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, and I pulled Jordan Addison at the last minute, and I put Ramondre Stevenson in, which gained me 1 point. So you play the woulda, shoulda, coulda game. I could have had 76 points. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It's disappointing when you look at the easy math there. And I wanted to start Richardson. I just wasn't 100% sure he was going to play. And I knew playing Mike, I was going to have to put up a lot of points. And I couldn't take a 0 at the quarterback position. Actually, I could have. But I didn't know that at the time. And so I had to put J Love in there. And yeah, it hurts.
Did you guys say anything? My phone was breaking in and out on that one, but
nope.
We
didn't talk about how you sucked and should have played David Montgomery. We never brought that up.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I mean, I did want to say, 46 points out of 2 guys on the bench. Obviously, not a great coaching decision on my part. You just absolutely stomped my ass, which you deserve. But you got the win. My hat's off to you. There'll be brighter days ahead for the Sharks. I still contend that we're a good team. I also want to say that I got my ass beat, but I still scored 42 points and counting. Daniel Jones still throwing interceptions. So, as far as
that number could drop.
Yeah, as far as losses go, I think I scored more points than half the teams in the league. So, like my concernometer right now at a low number. I did say back over the last couple of weeks that I want to make sure we're updating total points scored. So, let me keep true to form. I'm not in the lead anymore, but I want to give you guys a heads up. So, leading with the total points record so far for the year after 4 weeks, we do still have this Monday night game. It's finishing. We're entering the fourth quarter here momentarily, but the Golden Taints are in the lead at 237. The Sharks close on their tail at 230. Behind them, the replacements have jumped up. It's just smacked me in the face again at 220. And then the 69ers are the only other club with 200-plus points at 206. Nuts. You were at the bottom of this list, but you're coming in at number 5 now with 189. Behind you, it's a guy.
Breaking news. Daniel Jones just got 1 more point.
What do you do? Oh, he
I
did?
don't know. Who cares? It's at 3.
He does. We're up to 231. We're only 6 points.
Hey, I'm not calling it a comeback, but
yeah, it's not over. The over's alive, and so is my game. I don't know why we're anointing you the champion. I mean, this thing is still in play.
Yeah.
Jason, you're rounding out the top half at 176 points scored for the year. And then going with number 7, we got the Bushwhackers at 166, the Kings, number 8 at 158, Tsunami right on his tail. We got 157. And then right behind him are the Coyotes at 156. And then, guys, the Empire at 131 and the Bandits at 120.
Justin Tucker.
It just doesn't feel great, Yeah. I'm going back to this game. I got 43 currently. Obviously, we want that to increase. I think Daniel Jones is going to run in like 3 or 4 more touchdowns, and then who knows? We could have to issue a retraction on anything that might have been said when my phone cut out. But are you guys – we got bullets left in the chamber. What's going on?
I have one, and I saved it for this one. I'm giving it to Bucknuts, the coach of the week. I know this is a big game between you guys. And it's just – as Drew said, you got to put up points against you to win. He did do that. I don't want to say he took a chance by playing J Love, as he said, but that was the only option he had at that time because he wasn't sure if Richardson was going to play, and it still panned out. As he said before, he could have not played anyone and still beat you, unfortunately. But I'm giving him the coach of the week.
I appreciate it, Jason. Team came together for me, and Yeah, we couldn't have done it without our sponsor, Old Mecklenburg Brewing Company. Thank you. And yeah,
I love it. Congrats, man. Kicked my ass. You deserve the win. Nice work.
thank you, sir.
Hopefully we meet again in the playoffs. Gents.
I hope you're not trying for toilet bowl already.
Hell no, man.
I know you are the toilet bowl master champion
aficionado.
thing, but
You call me Mr. Sharman, all right? Because I'm in that toilet bowl all the time. But not lately. I've been in that Super Bowl, which is where I plan to be this year. You know, we're scoring points. We got dudes on the bench scoring 25 and 21 points like that. You know, they're finding a way in the lineup next week. I don't care if they're on bye or not. They're going to be in the lineup. So,
they're going to get their asses out there. They're going to play.
hell yeah. It's time to play. Saddle up, boys. Let's rock.
I like it.
It's typically the time. Oh, geez, Daniel Jones just keeps getting crushed. This is typically the time of the podcast where we look ahead. Drew, am I forgetting something? I can't remember. Honestly, I lost track of my rundown. What's going on?
I don't know. Just take another sip of that booze and we'll just chuck on.
All right, let's keep it moving. We said last week what we want to do is make sure that when we count these, when we're talking about the records, my goodness, words, they're hard sometimes. But we've got a schedule coming up for week number 5. We're going to go over that schedule right now. And when we do that, we want to talk about the records for each one of the teams that are playing at each one of those games.
All right. Well, I'll go over the schedule. How about you pull up the records and let me know what we got?
Roger that.
Replacements, 3-1, right?
3-1.
And the 69ers.
Currently 3-0, but I think they're going to 4-0.
They're 4-0. Yeah. So that will be interesting.
Jason, is that our team or is that our game of the week already?
Just looking at it, yeah. They're gonna be 4-0 and 3-1. I mean the replacements. I mean they came in and showed that they're replacing teams and taking championships. So I mean they're definitely showing that they are capable. It's definitely looking like the game of the week. Yeah, running down the
I agree.
lineup. Running
that'll be
down
a
the
good one.
lineup. Yeah. There's no other better game right there. That's gonna hopefully get the 69ers knocked down to one loss.
Yeah, that'd be nice for sure.
I mean, I need
being in the division. I'm in the division. You know what I mean? I'm
I need
over
the
here.
replacements.
I'm putting up
but
70, sweating my ass off, and I'm still down a game. You know, so we got to put them in their place. I like it. And then we got the Taints,
3-1,
and the Bandits,
1-3.
1-3.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think, do you guys think that Tom comes up and smacks the Taints and takes that win right away from him?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
Jason?
No.
No. Yeah.
It's we're starting bye week, so you never know.
True.
And then the Bushwhackers over in the club.
3-1.
Yeah.
This is one of those, you've got it on your quad box in the Sunday ticket, but you only do that because you have to. Like, there's not as many games on. I think this should be a pretty good blowout.
I'm betting that the Bushwhackers are betting that they're going to win 79-0.
I haven't heard from Kurt, so maybe we will see that. There's one thing I did want to say while we're on this, and I don't know, I don't want to make a big deal out of this, but we've got 11 out of the 12 teams that have paid the fee for the league, and I've got this thing that Dan's put up on there that says that who's paid, who hasn't paid. Can we get the league fee paid so that we can get that off of there and we can start talking shit to each other about fantasy football? Can we
I tell you, it's Kurt, right?
Yeah, we got our Bushwhackers. We're still waiting to make
Still
that.
haven't paid. Well, when you're 0-4, yeah, you might be thinking about skipping payments.
I think we might have to send Angelo's debt collector to his door and find out if we can get something taken care of.
Angelo's debt collector.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
The Taints are gonna come knocking.
That dude he's yoked, Jason Rhodes.
I like it.
Yeah, you know what? As we say that, though, Jason Nelson, I don't want you to get too excited because total points scored for the week coming into it for the year, 176 for you, 166 for the Bushwhackers. He's no pushover. He just hasn't gotten a win yet.
Very
Maybe
true.
it's up to you.
Well, I agree. I mean, that was one of the first things that I was looking at when you were announcing him earlier at 0-4, and he's Well, I don't want to say that we were going over total points, and he was right behind me, and he's only 0-4, and I'm 3-1. But the only thing that I can say, and it's been a thing for me in this league, is that when I play good teams or when I play teams, they don't put up numbers for some reason. And it. I don't know why it happens. It's either I put up a bunch of points and they put up none, or I put up none and they put up a bunch. But it's never really that many close games. So I'm just hoping that it's, another tsunami wave that I'm going to ride right into the week 6. So that's where I'm looking at.
I got you week 6, so
Well, I hope I'm riding that wave right on over into
right
you.
into week 7, right? All right. Well,
Speaking of tsunami,
we'll worry about that when we get there. But we do have the tsunami at home against the Empire.
so Tsunami and Empire both entering the week at 1-3.
A get right game for tsunami. Let's try to minimize the damage here for the Empire.
Yeah, we'll see if the European curse is legit or not, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that we do not have technical difficulties if the tsunami does want to call in again next week. After
it's hard to connect over the ocean.
I think that's what it
even
was.
in 2023.
Yeah, the landline that I have running through the water it must have got cut by a swordfish.
The NSA can hear you fart in Antarctica, but we can't make a call to Europe.
I'll see if our CFFL line crew can get on that line and make sure that we can get it repaired before.
Let's get our techno guys on that. Or techno?
Techno?
No, IT.
Maybe Daniel Jones has been sacked 10 times, I think, in this case.
That's it.
But techno guys, what if the IT guys were at the techno club, doing the thing?
That's
I'm gonna
it's like a disco, but
you're good.
Chinese or something.
Drew, there's a lot of things I love about you, but one of the things I do love about you is you're good for one Nemo in the Matrix a week, and I just
at least one. Yeah. I'm good for way more than that, but we only have an hour or two here, so let's moving on. Coyotes, on the road against the Sharks.
I tell you
that
what,
will be a game.
We're a little bit pissed off right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. So stand by.
But you got, I think, Lamar. Who does Baltimore play next week?
They play somebody who sucks a lot more than Cleveland. That much.
Yeah, get right on that. And then interesting. Raheem Mostert. We didn't cover that. Is he is he done? Like
no.
Did we just see a shift here, or is it just weird?
I think that the coaching staff of the Miami Dolphins knows that Raheem Mostert has an injury history. I think he also still got more carries than
he's
Devon.
Still 30-something, right?
He's 31.
Yeah.
He got more carries than Devon. Devon just turned his carries into more points, and sometimes you're going to have that. He's still a part of the offense. I was worried because he fumbled once early in the game, and then he took a series out. But then they brought him back in. So I think you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs. You can't score 4 touchdowns every week. Obviously, did not get the 4 touchdown game from Raheem Mostert this week, but I've got the faith. The dude he's going to come back. We'll be good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then the Coyotes better watch out. That'll be interesting. And then the Kirby Kings,
they are coming in at 1-3.
1-3 against yours truly. I'm at home, feeling good, coming off of 70, going back home. Or I guess I was home. I guess I'm always the home team. Is that yeah? I'm always at home. So I always have home field advantage. So I do feel good about that.
Yeah, I think that's at least a point or two in the line for sure.
At least, yeah. So we'll. I get Richardson in next week, and 77. Here we come.
Yeah, good luck, man. That's just exciting. Gents, I gave you one assignment. Do you think we have time for this, or do we need to sign off?
No, let's roll it.
All right, Jason, I gave you an assignment. I want you to start it off. We try to do one oddball topic each week. Last week, it was all-time post-game pressers, and we had a lot of fun with that one. This week, I want to discuss the topic that we were thinking about last week, but best quarterback in cinematic history. Do you have an opinion on the matter, Jason?
There's a couple. I mean,
I want one though, and if you need to stall, we can stall, and I can go to Drew. But you let me.
go ahead. Go ahead.
right.
Drew.
I don't really. It's ironic because you think about the only one that comes to mind is is it Keanu Reeves' character, right?
You're talking about Shane Falco.
Shane Falco, the replacements, right? So that comes to mind first. But is that really where you want to go with that? It's not, right?
Well, hold on, time out. Just stop where you're at, okay? All right, that is relevant to our league for a couple of different reasons. One, Shane Falco quarterbacked the
Replacements. We got that, yeah.
which happens to be, I believe, the favorite sports movie of our friend, Mr. Logan Shepler, who is the coach of
his favorite sports movie?
Favorite, I think, NFL-ish movie. I don't know. He loves that movie. He really does. Shane Falco, also, I'll have you know, he's a Buckeye. So be careful. Go ahead, continue.
Wait, which part?
Shane Falco's a Buckeye.
Shane Falco, the character,
From Ohio State.
is a Buckeye. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's Jen's favorite movie or favorite sports movie or one of them.
Maybe she liked it.
I don't think I've ever watched that movie and ever said, man, this is great.
I love that movie. I'm sorry to interrupt you again.
Yeah. Can't do it. But you think about football movies and it's like there's just not a ton of really good ones out there. I'd have to say probably one of my favorite football movies is Draft Day. There's no quarterback featured in that movie. I just like Kevin Costner. Good movie. But there's no real – I mean, I guess they have that, that was the Brian Hoyer, right? Mm-hmm. The Brian Hoyer of Cleveland at the time. It was kind of funny. But there's no real featured quarterback there. So it was funny because you brought that up, and then I was on the internet somewhere on Instagram or something. And I guess this guy was talking about having to coach actors to throw a football for movies. And he was talking about how some of them, it's awful. Like he has the worst job in the world because some of these guys, they can't throw anything and it looks awful and the mechanics look awful. And then I thought he was saying that for there was some, what's the teenage football movie?
The Program.
No, not The Program.
Friday Night Lights?
No, the other one. Blue something. Varsity Blues. That's
what
it was.
Yeah.
I think that was the movie he referenced. I can't find this thing again to figure out what it was, but I thought he said that on the set the quarterback had played in college. So it was real easy because he already knew what he was doing. It was just it was legit because the guy that played a quarterback actually played football. And so he knew how to throw the football.
I just want to say, for all the directors out there who are casting big white dudes who happen to be actors but not athletes as quarterbacks, like I'm right here. I'm 6'2.5", 6'3" if I've got shoes on. I got looks to go play college baseball. I did play football in college. Like I'm right here. I'm right here.
Yeah,
Jason.
Yeah. I'll let my guys know. I'll let the sponsors know. Old Mecklenburg Brewing Company.
Yeah.
And we'll get your name out there, man.
Okay, thank you. I mean, I don't have really much going on right now, so I'd appreciate a little something to do. Jason, did we give you enough time?
Oh yeah, I mean, to kind of go off what Drew said, I mean, one of my favorites, to be honest, is Remember the Titans, and it doesn't even feature a quarterback. I mean, it's all about the coach and bringing everyone together.
Yeah, a lot of defense in that one, I think.
Yeah, and to be honest, it reminds me. It reminds me of this league. It brought us all together. This league brought us all together, and here we are. 20 years later. And 20 years later, we still have 6 original players, and everyone who has joined into this league has made it even better. And I can't say it anymore with 2 of the guys that I'm sitting here right now, doing this podcast. If it wasn't for you guys, I guess, Mike, you taking over and, just taking it to the next level and just bringing it, making it more, I don't want to say homely, but it makes it more of a group. It brings the group together and keeps us together. And that's, if that's what we're talking about football, it's a team effort. It's a team, it's a group. and we're in it. It's only 12 of us, and we're keeping it together, and we're 20 years strong, and hopefully 20 years later, here we are again, still doing this podcast 20 years later.
Damn, I wish I would have said something and then let you say something, and then we could have just stopped right there.
Yeah, I ruined it. Sorry.
Damn, that was good, man. Wow. Yeah, this is awesome. Well said. Golf platform, everybody around. I agree, man. It's been fun. Drew and I didn't really plan to do this every week. I was just trying to, I don't even know how this started, Drew, but it started, and
You said, you told me to show up on some video call, and I showed up, and next thing it says, you are recording. And I'm like, what the fuck are we recording? I don't know what's going on here. And then we just started doing it, and we sat there, and it was your dad on the first one. We just started talking, and it's fun to talk football, So, we could do this for like 5 hours, but I don't know if anybody'd watch it at 5 hours. I don't think anybody watches it at 1.5 hours. So what the hell's the difference? Let's just go 5.
I feel bad. Like I said, I've been so tied up with work and working here at my house. I watched the first episode with you guys and Randy, and I was so pumped. I was like, man, I can't wait to be part of this. And then I was on the second week, and to be honest, me and my girlfriend kind of started watching our episode, and we were watching on the couch. I think we made it 10 minutes in, and we both fell asleep. Woke up 4 hours later. It's like, it's time to go to bed.
Shit.
And I haven't had a chance to watch anything since. And I feel bad, because I don't want to say I feel bad, but I see how you guys involved, and it's become special. It is. And to be a part of it again. I'm greatly appreciative of it, and anytime you guys want me on, man, I'm here. I'm game.
I take that as we got to cut this thing down to 10 minutes because everybody's falling asleep.
Damn.
No. I mean, to be honest, dude, I'm working 12 hours a day, and then working anywhere from 6 to 8 hours in my house, man, just trying to remodel it. Yeah. And, so sometimes, if I always tell people at work, they're like, how do you do it? How do you do it? I was like, I don't sit down, because if I sit down at my house, I fall asleep. My night's over.
I know the feeling.
So I think Drew, we've got 3 listeners, but like if they're asleep, does it really matter? They're recording and press and play, so I think we're good to go.
Yeah, we're 2 of the 3, but whatever.
And yeah, my mom listens too, so I think
okay,
that was the other one. Now we have 4 with Jason, so thank you, Jason.
See, look at that. Well, he's good for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's clickbait. That's all it is. Clickbait. We should just put Taylor Swift up there and something a little skimpy. You know what I mean? And that'll be like we'll have 25 listeners by next week.
I'll tell you what. One thing I can guarantee you is that Old Forester will be sponsoring my portion of the week next week, because
yes, it's solid, huh?
Been very solid. Daniel Jones just got sacked, and then 3 plays later threw another interception. So I told you.
What's that? 3 or 4?
He's a points generator. As a New York Giants fan, puts his face in his hands. The over's not dead, but it's not looking good.
It's dead as a doornail. I love optimism, but no.
I had Shane Falco as obviously somebody that needed to be mentioned. And then I also had Willie Beeman, which neither one of you mentioned, but I need to mention Willie Beeman, quarterback of the Sharks, San Jose Sharks. I don't know. I can't remember what Sharks they are. In the movie Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, with Al Pacino. The dude, he's young, obviously. He's coming in for the old white veteran, young black athlete quarterback, a lot of racial tension here. Jason, I think what you said about bringing dudes together and making it a team with regards to your movie that you talked about, help me out here.
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. Yeah, similar vibe, just with a different rating. I think yours might have been PG-13. This one is X. And, it's a group of guys coming together around a new young rookie and taking the team to new heights, which is
Cameron Diaz is in that one. So
she is in that one. Yeah.
Can't hate that.
Yeah.
Oh. What was the other one? Something About Mary.
Yeah.
Brett Favre, man.
That's true. Yeah, we could have talked about that.
Oh man, see, I didn't think outside the box. I would have just led with that.
Yeah. Well,
next, obviously, best quarterback movie, Something About Mary, Brett Favre.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that either. But
done.
You know what? Yeah, I'm enjoying the oddball topics. If you guys got something you want to shoot out for us to discuss, something about Mary style, give me a heads up in the comments or send me a message and let me know. And we can discuss that topic next week on this oddball segment. But also, I want to remind the coaches, if anybody wants to come on, whether it be a voice memo, you don't have to have your face shown, Dan Sizzler. Okay. Send me a 30-second voice memo and I can incorporate that into your weekly breakdown or Kara's weekly breakdown or whatever you want to call it, bus running over or not. But either way, let us know. If you want to be a part of this, we want to have you. Jason, thank you so much for making time today and for all of your analysis and kind words. We appreciate it, sir.
Oh, not a problem. Thank you. Like I said, I'm willing to come on any time, and Dan needs to make an appearance on this if he's signing off as commissioner. That's a must. And I think that I'm going to put that on the message board and just, we're going to pressure him into it if he doesn't want his ugly mug up here like the rest of us. He can be part of it. See, I got two pussies over here fighting. He can be one of them and they could talk. So,
we're not to name drop anybody here, Dan.
See, my cats are
but get
more of a talker
your ass
than
on
him.
here. Yeah, get your ass on here.
Come on. You've been the commissioner for 20 years, man. Step up, man. Do a little sign off one time.
Sis, the people want to hear from you, whether it's 30 seconds or the whole episode. You let me know.
Yep.
But
you got to be like Gladiator. You got to give the people what they want.
That's right. The man in the arena. We just want to see you in that arena one time. Drew, you got anything before we sign off?
Nah. Go nuts. Hate it for you. Better luck next week when you don't play me.
I ain't even mad at you. You know what I mean? Your world is about to get fucking shook here in just a minute. And you know what? You deserve this win coming in.
You know what? Maybe it's almost not a European curse that's going to happen to Drew.
Ooh.
What day is it? It's Sunday. What time is it? It's 4:00. Well,
I want to thank my
guys on by,
whose wife is about to pop here. I'm going to thank my co-host whose wife is about to pop for making the time. I mean, I don't know about you, Drew, but this has become my favorite night of the week. I'm really enjoying this, and thanks for I know the missus is in there ready to roll, so I appreciate you being here with us today.
It's been a little rough the last few days, so once we get this going, I will be hopefully back on next Monday, and as bad as I look right now, I'll look probably 10 times worse. So
I can't
wait
wait
for that. So we're going to be 10 minutes in. You're just going to see the top of my head. I'm going to pull a Jason 10 minutes into the next one. Just be.
I may have to be a Meritech in the bullpen next week.
Yeah. How do we get him out of here?
Oh, man. For those of you who have made it this far, for Jason, for Drew, I am Mike. We are signing off, and good luck in week number 5.
Later, guys.